I'm Kimberly Shirk. I'm the marketing manager at Huffman Engineering. We're going to talk a little bit of marketing and sales here, and I'll share with you what I know. When I think about marketing, I think about how we educate people from brand recognition, how we educate people on what we do as system integrators, how we tell them who we are as a company, why they should trust us, how we educate them in terms of the services that we offer, in terms of content, in terms of trade shows, social media, website, things like that. You can get as granular as SEO and content and clicks and things like that. You can go from print to digital. When I think of marketing in general, I think of the top of the funnel. So there's a big funnel, and in the top of the funnel, what you're talking about is letting people know who you are, what you stand for, why they should trust you, why they should turn to you for your services, your products, the terms that I think about when I come up with marketing. On the sales side, we're talking about the lower part of the funnel, right? So where people come to actually buy or make a transaction, make a sale. So I think about those relationships, those opportunities where you think about what are your pain points and how do your pain points match the services that we provide, and how can we close that gap for you? How can we make sure that the technical offerings that we offer match the services that you need to solve a problem, to make your life better, make your production lines run better, make your products safer, how we match what you need with what we offer, and then closing that deal, ultimately getting a contract, getting that signed, things like that. You can measure both marketing and sales. They measure things differently. Marketing is a little more fluid. It's a little less concrete than sales because you don't actually have a contract that gets signed and dollar amounts that you can attribute to your sales efforts. But there are ways to measure marketing, and people are diving into that a little bit more and more. People are getting better and better at that. But metrics can measure a whole lot of things, from touch points, from the very first touch point to the closed deal. I would say marketing and sales are both art and science. The best marketers really understand sales and what it takes to actually close that deal and get the signature on the dotted line. And the best salespeople really understand a little bit about marketing and what it takes to cultivate that relationship before they actually ask for the sale. I think the latest metrics that I read there were about 13 touch points, mostly that individuals do without ever talking to a salesperson. They're doing their due diligence on their own before they actually close the deal. And so marketing and sales is a delicate dance and beautiful symphony all at the same time. And when they work together, they're magic. And your very best people in marketing and sales understand both sides of the dance and bring it together really, really nicely. I don't think you can effectively do what you want to do in this global economy right now as a system integrator without marketing. You can do all of the incredible technical that system integrators are known for, and boy, do they need it in this market right now where automation, workforce development issues, the lack of skilled workers coming into the workplace right now, the desperate need for automation and for upgrading legacy systems where people are looking for parts on eBay that don't exist anymore, and technology is evolving at warp speed. Need for automation and what system integrators bring to the table is incredible. And you can do it in a vacuum, or you can do it in your garage, or you can do it in your large, amazing building. But if you don't tell anybody what you're doing or what you're capable of doing, then you will only grow to be so large. I believe in the system integrator giant publication that's put out by Control Engineering magazine. I think between 2021 and 2025, the system integration industry grew by like 86% in that time period. And it's only going to continue to explode. But if you don't tell anyone what you're capable of, they tell people the story of what amazing work our engineers and our technicians do every single day. So I did not come from a technical background. In fact, I came from a broadcast journalism background, and an education and training and development background. And when I came into this industry, my mind was blown by the amazing things that engineers and technicians do every single day. And when my eyes were open to that, I was like, why don't you tell anyone about this? Because engineers and technicians are notoriously humble, incredibly brilliant, but they need to tell people what they do. And that's what marketing allows you to do. And so when you can tell that story and when you can share your capabilities, people are just excited about they can partner with you on and amplifying those capabilities and partnering with people. That's what people want to do. And this business, this industry is ripe for the taking, but you have to have marketing on your side.